Here we go on the map. You see these two systems that we're talking about. And the Great Lakes, by the way, the machine has been cranking since we got started. Do we expect a lot of lake effect snow out of this? Not quite. The reason is a lot of those lakes are starting to freeze over, about 51% of ice cover. And the big winners of this season have really been downwind of Lake Superior. We still have open waters here that haven't completely frozen over, so you'll watch for more in the way of snow and even freezing spray off of Lake Superior. As far as Lake Erie, a lot of that is it's a more shallow lake, and so a lot of that has iced over, and we don't expect big snowfall totals downwind of Lake Erie like we saw early in the season. Here's what we've got with the radar right now, and you can see some of the snow showers extending all the way into portions of Pennsylvania, western New York. We are seeing some of that over portions of Michigan as well, especially just east of the I-75 corridor. You're taking a look at places south of Chicago, so central and southern Illinois, central and southern Indiana. You've got some light snow. When this is said and done, you're looking at about 1 to 4 inches of fresh snow with this one. So it's not a big snowmaker, but boy, it's enough to slow you down on the commute. Indy also dealing with this. This will switch or rather move to the east into Cincinnati. Cincinnati, you've been dealing with some impressive numbers, and you will add just a little bit more to your totals. It's one of those spots where a lot of these storms have either clipped you or gone just over you, and that's helped to add to your snowfall totals. Here is the winter weather advisory that I was talking about. It takes us right through the early morning hours, and then we'll see some of this extend into 1 to 4 inches of fresh snow for us. With timing, here's what we've got for you. Look at the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, southern portions of the Ohio River Valley dealing with some of the snow, especially over into the higher elevations of West Virginia. Virginia getting in on the action as well. A little bit of a wintry mix closer to Richmond and places south of there, Virginia Beach. By 5 o'clock, this is going to be 5 p.m. tomorrow. You can see how slow this is to go. Cloudy and cool behind it, and look at the flow behind it. A dry northwest wind. That does mean cooler temperatures, I should say freezing temperatures overnight. Snow forecast, we talked about 1 to 4 inches of fresh snow for the southern portions of the states of Indiana, Ohio, and into West Virginia, and also into portions like Richmond. You'll watch for that for Virginia Beach. The Jersey Shore, you'll be watching for some light snow as well. This is going to be just too far south of places like Newark or New York, but you can see a little flurry action there. Here's a look at Cincinnati I was talking about. A lot of these clippers that keep coming through, and a lot of the systems, depending on where you are, just clip places like Cincinnati. It's one of those spots where you've had 2 feet of snow so far. Your average for the season is 13.4. For the next couple of days, you got a little bit of snow again today, a few inches, and then on Friday, guess what? More snow showers. And look at the temperatures. With those cold temperatures, you know the deal. We're not getting rid of this anytime soon. All right, now let's shift our attention to late week, because later on this week, we've got another system to talk about. They keep coming one after the other. We're talking about late Thursday into Friday. It's a big system, a clipper system, and it's expected to charge right across the Northeast, of course, beginning in the Great Lakes. And having said that, we talked about the Great Lakes not quite frozen over just yet, but we've got some more snow in the forecast for you. This will cover more in the way of real estate as far as who gets snow. Plus, we've got a pressure gradient. That's going to bring in some strong winds right behind it. So I wish we had a break for you. And the timing, it couldn't be worse. It's the weekend. Every weekend, I feel like we're talking about some sort of coastal storm or some kind of system. Over the summer, we were talking about rain just about every weekend. Here we go again. So timing-wise, this is going to be early Thursday morning. You can see as it starts to come on through, here comes the area of low pressure well up into Canada. We'll start to see the snow fill into portions of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, as this continues to move down to the south, and then eventually closer to a place like Lake Superior, or I'm sorry, Lake Ontario. So the snow expands all the way down into West Virginia, the higher elevations of the Great Smoky Mountains, and also into Pennsylvania. Friday evening. Do you have plans on Friday evening? Plan on some snow to perhaps slow you down, but it's not just the snow, it's the strong winds. Here we go through Saturday evening. We're actually going to get an area of high pressure right about here. That's going to create a tight pressure gradient, and that means some strong cold winds right behind it. So while the snowfall totals may not be all that impressive, it is going to be impressive when it comes to those cold winds that we just can't shake. Here's a look at the potential for snow Thursday through Saturday. Widespread light snow. Where you will get a little more in the way of snow is elevation based. You're talking about the higher elevations of West Virginia, perhaps closer to just the Tug Hill Plateau, also into portions of New England. Vermont, places over to Maine. You could be dealing with more in the way of snow, especially as the storm pulls off the coast. You'll see those numbers go up for a place like Maine. Here are the wind gusts. Come Friday morning, they are picking up. We're going to see some of those wind gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour right over the Midwest and the Great Lakes. As we go through Saturday, man, what a day. The kids have something to get to for school, practice, games. You're going to be driving in some strong winds coming in from the northwest. So prepare if you're driving east to west, perhaps a bit of a crosswind. Look at Saturday morning. You're waking up to some strong winds from Buffalo to Pittsburgh, D.C., and into New York, the Hudson Valley as well. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds coming directly out of the northwest. And you know that wind direction by now. It's a cold wind. Wind chills are going to be significant for us, especially for the overnight hours into the early morning hours. That's Sunday, by the way, Saturday night into Sunday. So be prepared for that and get ready for another cold, windy system. Not a lot of snow, though.